Hey everybody, BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our Brookfield Zoo recreation here in Planet Zoo. So today for our new stuff, there is a lot of new stuff, and we're going to start walking over to it now because it covers a large area. We're over by our pachyderm house right now, just to give your bearings a little bit. But yeah, as we're walking over here and about to explore all the new areas, a big shout out to Inside the Zoo for their awesome video of the areas that we're going to cover today, and Me I Lover 101. They both had perfect videos of all the areas that we're going to show off today, and this area would not have come out nearly as great looking and pretty much on point looking as it did without their video. So I just wanted to get that out of the way real quick before we start going into this new stuff. That yeah, big shout out to them for taking awesome videos, because yeah, the Google Maps, like I mentioned before, is starting to run out a bit. It's not that up to date, and it's a little bit tough to get good pictures and videos of the Brookfield Zoo in its current form. So yeah, big shout out to those two there. So as we're coming over here, here's a lot of the new stuff. Like I said, we have our pachyderm house to our to the back of us here, and then we have our our old aardvark building, and just other storage kind of building over this way there we built last time. So just give your bearings a little bit. Yeah, over here we would have our Nyalas, I think they're pronounced, or Nyalas, which are, it's kind of like a deer, right? Oh, I'm terrible with this. I'm not even going to guess. But yeah, this is where some Nyalas would go if we had them, sort of thing. So that is their habitat there. Nothing too special. You know, just pretty much like a little pen here with just a few little bushes and stuff. So yeah, really nothing too special. But yeah, that's where some Nyalas or Nylas would go. Let me know how that's pronounced down below. We have this little nook right here, and Brookfield Zoo does this a lot, and I love this about their little exhibits, that they just put these little like nooks into the exhibits. Like instead of just having two square exhibits right next to each other like they kind of put this little pivot point right here, this little point right in the middle of it, so you are like put right into the middle of the two you know, habitats, so you can get looks on both sides. Anyways, if you didn't see here, right in front of us, we have some warthogs there. So yeah, here are our some warthogs, and there is another animal that normally shares the habitat with them. I think the Nyalas actually come in here with the warthogs as well. There will be some Brookfield Zoo aficionados that go to the zoo a lot more than me that will be letting me know down below. But yeah, from my research, if I remember, yeah, I believe it is warthogs and Nyalas share this, and then yeah, the Nylas or Nyalas can go in that other yard as well there. So yeah, there's just a look at the warthog yard. There we'll get a, just so if you don't know, we'll get a overhead view and an overhead look of everything once the video's coming to a close there. I just like to get a first-person view of everything as we're going first. So yeah, as we're going along here, start to go to another new area. Actually, we're coming to some areas that we've seen before, but we kind of matched them up finally. This is kind of near our giraffe area. And yeah, as you go in here, you get some better views of the... Excuse me, sir, you can't see anything. There's grass in your way. If you were to move literally 2 feet to your left, you'd actually be able to see something. But, you know, whatever. If you want to look at grass, that's fine. But yeah, you get some more awesome views of our warthog habitat here and everything. And you're going to notice that there's a lot of bushes and just foliage. A lot of times, you know, kind of speaking of like right here, blocking the way, and that's very purposeful. That is exactly how Brookfield Zoo is. I've mentioned it a few times, and it's been confirmed by a lot of you awesome commenters that the Brookfield Zoo was built in the middle of a forest, basically. So yeah, so a lot of the exhibits and habitats, they're really foliaged up. That's going to be a big thing today when we get to the last thing we're going to show off. But yeah, just so if you see it and you're like, man, can you get some of these bushes out of the way? Nope, because that's how the zoo has it. So back here, this is another habitat that was just added on in recent years, and oh my gosh, I am completely blanking on what goes over here, but formerly this is where our aardvarks were hanging out, and thanks to a lot of you who commented and let me know that the aardvarks have actually left the zoo in the recent years, and the zoo has now made this little pen here for a new animal. You know, we're just, because I've just been saying it every single time, Nyalas. This is where the Nylas or Nyalas go. Probably not. Something else goes here. I can't remember. But yeah, this is new to me. I haven't seen this yet since going to the zoo last. The last time I've been to the zoo, the aardvarks were there basically. So, but yeah, that's another new little implied exhibit pen there. So there is that, and as we come around here, we come to one of our main additions for the build here, which is going to be our spotted dog, our African spotted dog exhibit here. So this has been with the zoo for as long as I can remember going there. I've always remembered the spotted dogs being here. It's been recently renovated a bit to be actually a little bit smaller. They made this little half circle a little bit smaller, but yeah, regardless, this is the spotted dog area where they can kind of run up and down there. So yeah, I like this little half circle that we have that kind of holds back the land there. You know, we can get multi-levels and stuff. So yeah, again, this has been around for a long time there, if I remember from my research and everything. Yeah, this is not an original attraction for the Brookfield Zoo, like from the 30s or anything, but it's been around for a long time. So it might look a little bit out of date as far as like the design of it goes, but again, it's just kind of a historical kind of thing, I think. And it's really fun to see them jump over and run up and down both levels there. So we're going to get another look at the African spotted dogs there in just a moment as we kind of come around this way. We actually have an indoor viewing area. So yeah, here's our... I didn't put a door. Oh, I forgot. Well, there's supposed to be a door right about here-ish. And I didn't do the interior. Oh no, it didn't save. I had a whole interior in here and it's gone. Okay, well, I'm going to have to redo that. That sucks. I had a whole interior. I don't know what happened to it. Anyways, it might have been attached to a piece and I deleted it, kind of thing. Oh well, what are you going to do? So this was supposed to be a whole built-out interior, as you can hear from me complaining. But yeah, you get these nice little different views from the African spotted dogs here. I think it's really cool because if you look here from our viewpoint over this way, you know, you can't really see the viewing or anything, so it's kind of a tucked away little nook of a viewing area over here. So yeah, I'm still so upset because I took like an hour or two of work in here to get like there's a little bar over here, and anyways, I'm gonna have to show that off in the future. So there's a little indoor viewing area for our spotted dogs, and yeah, that's going to lead us to the next, or actually the last big installment for this episode there, as we come around our giraffe house in Okapi? I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a giraffe, but it's not a giraffe house. Okay, that makes sense. Anyways, right across from it, we have an awesome part of the zoo called the Hidden Gems of the Forest. And this is what has taken me so long to get an episode up, because this area back here... And again, huge shout out to Me I Lover 101 and Inside the Zoo for their videos, because this area would have taken so much longer and probably would have been pretty half-assed if I wasn't able to follow their videos along. So yeah, let's go ahead and go down the Hidden Gems of the Forest. There are multiple animals back here. It's like a forest trail that you kind of go to, so it's going to circle around and not really lead anywhere except for what's in the on the trail there. So yeah, as we're going, just to reiterate again, this is supposed to be in the middle of a dense forest, and that was a lot of the my issues was really getting the forest to feel dense, because a lot of the in-game trees you can see through the bottom canopy part of it. So it was really difficult to kind of make it so it felt enclosed, basically, because when you're in here, you are enclosed inside of a dense woods. So that was a lot of the issue, was just really getting plants to work out that would enclose you in the woods here. So as you can see here on our signs here, you have interesting info, and here's an animal fact. Wow, I didn't know that. And by the way, did you whoa, that's some cool info. So yeah, they in the real life, they have signs everywhere, and they're like teeny tiny signs that are like little squares that go on branch or tree trunks, big signs, you name it. We don't have the versatility in game for the amount of signs that we have that are on the trail, basically. So you'll see just random placement of signs like that every so often there. So I guess just a quick look down. Here's this nice little stream here, and yeah, this is really fun to make. I really liked making this little stream as we walk down here. So there is that, and we're going to come up to our first animal, which is going to be, there you go, you see the Okapi. So there's our one of two Okapi habitats that we have. Now I can already hear y'all, some of you saying, why aren't there any bushes? And it looks really barren, and Okapis like to, you know, be kind of, they're shy animals, and they like a lot of bushes to hide and stuff. I agree, but if you look at the reference videos, which were taken about 6 months ago, there are no bushes in here, and I want to believe or think that it's because this guy right here likes to munch on stuff. All the trees that you see in the exhibit, they're all tall. They have all their the bushes and or the the leaves and everything kind of cut back so that the Okapi can't really munch on them. And I think that's another reason why there's no bushes in this exhibit, because there's literally zero. And it looks like they've taken them out purposely. So I'm wondering if anyone has any insight on that. Maybe you're a keeper or a animal care specialist. You know, maybe that sounds like something that sounds right for our copies or whatever. But yeah, so there is our female Okapi in this pen there. We'll go and turn around and head down a little bit, and we'll take a look at our next exhibit, which is another implied exhibit. This one I really can't remember what goes in here. So Nyalas, right? Everything is a Nyala. So, but no, it's another. I think it's another deer species, maybe a doinker or doiker. I can't remember. But anyway, someone will let me know down below. But yeah, here's another implied exhibit there. Not gonna spend too much time on it, as obviously as you can see, just a pretty small square little exhibit. And then here we are going into our main building here. Now, I did not do an interior. I really wanted to, but after looking at the video of the interior, it would have taken me like another 2 weeks to do it. It was kind of complicated there. Oh, and a really quick note, just this termite mound is gonna look really random. There's like a little exhibit right here that has like a termite mound with it, and I mean really small. It looks like there may have been fish or something inside of it with like a termite mound next to it. So I don't know, maybe someone who's been going to Brookfield Zoo for a long time knows like what this exhibit used to be over here with the termite mound. But anyways, yeah, as I was saying, this is the indoor section of the tour here, of the trail, and this does go into an extensive indoor section, but again, I chose not to for many reasons, mainly which was I didn't want to spend that much time on it, and it would have taken a long time. So I still put a small exhibit in here just to get people kind of going through here and everything. But yeah, again, did not do an interior for this building. But if this is your first time viewing the Brookfield Zoo recreation here, I will be doing some of the main interiors for like Tropic World and some other ones, some of the main houses. So yeah, as you come out this way, on the back half of the trail, you have two exhibits right away. This one on the right is new to me. It looks like they just added this in the recent years because there used to be nothing here. And this is for the red-tailed doiker. I think it's like a deer species. But yeah, that is over here. And then over to the left, we have our next area. We have our male Okapi habitat, which is a little bit smaller. And I want to believe that they just have to keep the Okapis separated unless they're trying to do like some mating or anything like that. But other than that, I feel like I remember Okapi are like solitary animals pretty much. So I think they keep them separated. And you know, here's the backstage building right there. So they probably bring them together if they need to, you know, through the backstage buildings and everything like that. So yeah, there's our second Okapi habitat. And we will not go to the exit yet, because there's a little bit more we want to look at, right? So come down this way. Again, here's touching on those bushes and everything. Sure, the exhibit is right here, but yeah, there's just bushes everywhere and it's hard to see. So here's another little jut out point to get another view of the Okapi habitat. So there is that. Come around this way, we have another habitat that in the videos that I watched and some of the reference photos, this looks like I don't even know how to word it, but like a spillover yard almost, because there's almost never anything hanging out in this yard. So I'm wondering if it's like a rehabilitation yard or maybe like a quarantine yard. Well, probably not, because people can see it. But anyways, there's just like really not often an animal in here, it seems like. So yeah, I'm not sure what really goes in here, but yeah, there's just this other exhibit right here with a little backstage building for it. So there's that. And come forward here, we have another implied exhibit. Here, this would be some more warthogs, but they are like a different kind of warthog. So I could have put the warthogs in here again, but I did choose not to, because again, it's a different kind of warthog altogether, and doesn't really look similar to the ones that we have in the zoo already, kind of thing. So yeah, this is just an implied exhibit for us right here. So there is that. And then as we come down here, this is kind of wrapping up the trail, or the back half of the trail here. Some more interesting info. Wow, I didn't know that. Did you know that? I didn't know that. And this is probably the biggest piece of info that I've ever seen. So that's interesting. But yeah, as you come down here, the last little bit of the trail here is really interesting. It has so instead of Brookfield Zoo actually having elephants in it anymore, they've gotten rid of their elephants. They just have statues of elephants in their African area. So you know, that's a way to have elephants in the zoo when you actually can't have them. So, but yeah, there's just this little seating area with this like little, I don't know, structure back here basically, where you can just kind of sit. There's no animals or anything like that. It's just literally just a statue with a bench over there and and that's it. And then yeah, and then it pops you back out here, and boom, there you are, back out to the doinker. Or, I keep saying doinker, it's doiker habitat and everything. And yeah, it leads you back out to the exit here, right out. Bam! There we are, back out to our giraffe area, and there's the entrance. So, whew, There you go. Let me go ahead and hit the escape button here. Back out of Tegid Cam, because that's a lot. It feels like a lot as we're up there, but when you see it, it's probably the same as other builds and stuff like that. But yeah, here's the builds that we've done there, my friends. So here's the new exhibits right through here with the spotted dog and our warthogs and Nyalas and everything like that. So there's all of that right there. And here's our little nook right here that you can see the giraffes and the new implied exhibit. So there's your view there. And then here is the Forest of Africa. Or I'm sorry, the hidden gems of the forest, right in there. And yeah, you really, like, if you didn't have that building there as kind of a focal point, it would be damn near impossible to tell what's going on in here. That's what it looks like in the overhead satellite image too, is that, you know, you really can't tell where the exhibits are or anything like that, even really where trails are or anything. But yeah, no, I think it turned out again, pretty dang perfectly. Like, I really did spend a bit more time than I probably should have on certain things. I was even not complaining, but noting to my wife that it's like, I just spent an hour on, like, I think it was the stream here. It's like, I just spent an hour placing rocks on this stream meticulously based on the video, and it's like, no one is going to notice. It's like, I got to stop doing that. So I got to find a fine line between being meticulous now that I found some great reference videos and just doing the thing. But anyway, so yeah, that is our completed African Savannah section of the zoo there. It's kind of encompassing all of this right there for the most part. So that's going to finish up that section of the zoo. Next up for the zoo, we're going to be going into some of my favorite areas of the entire zoo, and that is going to be getting in some American bison and the Great Bear Wilderness. So yeah, you can see I've kind of started to play around with placing down a blueprint from Ulrich. He built the Great Bear Wilderness there. I'm trying to spit it out. Ulrich built the pachyderm house as well and did a fantastic job on Great Bear Wilderness. So yeah, I've been kind of playing around with getting that lined up and everything. And yeah, we'll have the American bison habitat as well there. So yeah, really exciting times coming for the next few episodes there of the Brookfield Zoo. So let's go ahead and end on an animal there as we're wrapping up here. Let's end on our spotted dogs here. But yeah, hey, thanks so much everyone for hanging out for this Brookfield Zoo episode. And again, I know I've mentioned it many times, but big shout out to Inside the Zoo and Lover 101 for their amazing videos. I'm going to be referencing a few more of especially Inside the Zoo's videos in the future. But yeah, if you have any videos that cover or pictures that cover any future expansions that we need of the Brookfield Zoo, don't hesitate to find me on Discord, Twitter, any of the socials that I linked down below. Send me those videos and everything, because again, Google Maps is dated back to 2011, and a lot has changed in the zoo in, about 10 years or so. So, but yeah, send those to me. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out. If this is your first time hanging out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date with all the fun stuff going on the channel. Also, hit the like button. Helps out the video, helps out the channel there. So, hey, thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out. And until the next Brookfield Zoo recreation, have a good one.